tired already? Let me send you to sleep.
Heads up, new job just came in.
Let's hope it's fun this time.
He's fast. He came out of nowhere and vanished. Left countless fallen enemies in the blink of an eye.
Wow, unbelievable!
I'll tell you more about them some other day.
Miss, please tell us more about the mysterious Shadow Blade now.
When Nino gets back, I'll tell you more.
Strange. Is that all?
Rat. It's not over yet!
Come at me!
Just give up. No one leaves the Eagle Nest alive.
No! Too bad. I'm the exception.
What kind of monster are you?
Monster. Interesting. Listen up. This monster's name is Nino.
Hey, look! Nino's back! Oh, yippee!
Well, find the enemies from your memories?
Not this time, but I'm in no hurry.
The mysterious Shadow Blade never loses, right?
Of course.
He's fast. He came out of nowhere and vanished.
Invisibility
Left countless fallen enemies in the blink of an eye.
Wow, unbelievable!
I'll tell you more about them some other day.
Miss, please tell us more about the mysterious Shadow Blade now.
When Nino gets back, I'll tell you more.
Strange. Is that all?
Rat. It's not over yet!
Come at me!
Just give up. No one leaves the eco nest alive.
No! Too bad. I'm the exception.
What kind of monster are you?
Monster. Interesting. Listen up. This monster's name is Nino.
Hey, look! Nino's back! Oh, yippee!
Well, find the enemies from your memories?
Not this time, but I'm in no hurry.
The mysterious Shadow Blade never loses, right?
Of course.
Huh? Who's there?
So, this is my stage, Well then, let's dance.
Over there!
Well, well, well. Looks like we got a bad kitty here, eh?
Get it done ASAP.
Done? Oh, I haven't even warmed up. Tired already? Let me send you to sleep.
Heads up, new job just came in.
Let's hope it's fun this time.
He's fast. He came out of nowhere and vanished.
An invisibility
Left countless fallen enemies in the blink of an eye.
Wow, unbelievable!
I'll tell you more about them some other day.
Miss, please tell us more about the mysterious Shadow Blade now.
When Nino gets back, I'll tell you more.
Strange. Is that all?
Rat. It's not over yet!
Come at me!
Just give up. No one leaves the Eagle Nest alive.
No! Too bad. I'm an exception.
What kind of monster are you?
Monster. Interesting. Listen up. This monster's name is Nino.
Hey, look! Nino's back! Oh, yippee!
Well, find the enemies from your memories?
Not this time, but I'm in no hurry.
The mysterious Shadow Blade never loses, right?
Of course.
He's fast. He came out of nowhere and vanished.
An invisibility
Left countless fallen enemies in the blink of an eye.
Wow, unbelievable!
I'll tell you more about them some other day.
Miss, please tell us more about the mysterious Shadow Blade now.
When Nino gets back, I'll tell you more.
Strange. Is that all?
Rat. It's not over yet!
Come at me!
Just give up. No one leaves the Eagle Nest alive.
No! Too bad. I'm the exception.
What kind of monster are you?
Monster. Interesting. Listen up. This monster's name is Nino.
Hey, look! Nino's back! Oh, yippee!
Well, find the enemies from your memories?
Not this time, but I'm in no hurry.
The mysterious Shadow Blade never loses, right?
Of course.
Huh? Who's there?
So, this is my stage, Well then, let's dance.
Over there!
Well. Looks like we got a bad kitty here, eh?
Get it done ASAP.
Done? Oh, I haven't even warmed up. Tired already? Let me send you to sleep.
Heads up, new job just came in.
Let's hope it's fun this time.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome for watching the live. Welcome, adventurers, to the finals for the Christoph Atlan Super Gland PvP Tournament Battle. I'm your caster, Chaos King True, and with me today,
I am your co-caster Woods. Welcome everyone to the live, everyone watching from home. What a great day today for the NA finals. How about you enlighten us a bit, Chaos, about the schedule? What are we going to see today?
That's right. So, today, for the Super Glen Cup, we're going to go ahead and go over everything here. So for the Super Glen Cup marks the Christoph Atlan's first official global large-scale tournament, featuring a dual category format, with PvP and PvE running in parallel. That covers the 4 major servers dedicated to delivering top-tier competitive experiences and esports atmosphere to more players. It has garnered consistent attention from gamers worldwide. Before the matches kick off, let's take a look at the game's latest version updates and the tournament format intro video for the event.
All right, and what a great way to start with the Digimon collaboration ongoing right now from August 21 until September 17, only a few days left. Make sure, guys, to join in and claim your rewards if you haven't already. There are 2 pets running at the same time, Agumon and Gatomon. Both pets, actually crazy pets, S-tier pets, to progress even further on the game. You can obtain them technically for free, so why not joining the game and try it out. So, as well, we have the final battle. You face Machinedramon, a huge dinosaur, where you can also obtain the Patamon Bubble through the Companionship Summons event over there, and most importantly, one of my favorite things on this collaboration, that's it, Garurumon and Metal Garurumon, the 2 mounts right now in the game. Super fast mounts, super appealing. I definitely got them both. And speaking of the Digimon collaboration, we have another update coming at 17 back-to-back, which is the Assassin, right, Mr. Chaos?
That is right. So now you get to pre-register for the Assassin class. Of course, you get to wield razor-sharp blades, strike down your enemies in the shadows with ghostly-like agility and swift offensive strikes. The Assassin delivers lethal blows before enemies could even blink. Walk in the shadows and strike with twin blades. The unique Concealing Mist skill allows specters to suddenly emerge from the shadows to deal massive damage before quickly vanishing once again. Plan every strike, confuse your enemies, and inflict massive damage with your Mirrored Heart passive. And then when blades fly, there's nowhere to hide. The Mirage can alternatively cast Vulcan and Sync skills to deal a massive Electro Umbro damage while accumulating large amounts of momentum energy, which you can consume to do insane amount of damage with the Momentum Multi-Blade passive for big damage burst. For more information, please check out the Christoph Atlan official social media. After the maintenance ends, please download the latest client to continue your experience. Infinite combos and endless adventure. Have a great journey, adventurers. Now, with that being said, we're going to hop into the intro format video so that way we can check out the formatting for the tournament.
Dear adventurers, Quest of Athens Super Glanka S1 will officially kick off on August 2nd across 4 regions: Claudius, Ophelia, Polonus, and Meradia. The tournament is played into 2 tracks, a PvP team battle and a PvE race. Champions will be crowned during the online finals of September 13 to 14. The PvP team battle consists of 4 phases: Fort 5, August 7th to August 17th. Registered players will participate in the PvP solo ranked match. The squads will be ranked by their average matchmaking points. From Ophelia Group 1 and Ophelia Group 2, the top 50 squads from each will qualify. For other regions, the top 100 squads will advance. Promotion Round, August 21 to August 27. Qualified squad players will participate in PvP team ranked matches. Squads will be ranked by their average matchmaking points. The top 8 squads from each region will advance to the next stage. While for Ophelia, Group 1 and Group 2 will each have their top 4 squads qualify. In Elimination Round August 30 to September 7, the qualified squads will be divided into 2 groups, competing in a round-robin BO3 points match within each group. Using the PvP team mode, the top 2 squads from each of these 2 groups will then advance to a BO5 elimination round, where they will cross-play. The winners of these 2 matches will qualify for the finals. Online Finals. September 13th, the final 2 squads will compete in a BO7 match to determine the champion. VVE Race qualifies August 7, 6 o'clock to August 19, 23:59. Regis here, he repeatedly participate in the in-game Queen Coronation and lead mode 8-player race within the time frame. Squads will be ranked by their best clear time. At top 100 squads from each region will advance to the next stage, Promotion Round, August 23 to August 29. Advanced squads can repeatedly participate in the in-game Checkmate Legendary Mode 8 clear race within the time frame. The squads will be ranked by their best clear time, and the top 30 squads from each region will advance to the next stage in Elimination Round, September 3 to September 5. Advanced squads can repeatedly participate in the in-game Crooning Coronation Legendary Mode 8-bite race within the time frame. Squads will be ranked by their best clear time, and the top 3 squads from each region will advance to the next stage. Online Finals, September 14. Finalist squads will participate in 2 rounds of races, the Crewing Correlation and Checkpoint. Their ranks will be decided by the sum of their clear times from both modes. The squad with the shortest total clear time wins the championship. These tournaments' rewards are supercharged with massive in-game resources, score tons of items, plus event-exclusive avatar frames, exclusive titles, exclusive Mordecais, and customized oral effects.
Alright, and we are back with the juicy rewards of this tournament. Don't forget that everyone took a small bite of those rewards, as you could get from participation up to elimination rounds, even if you couldn't make it to the top 8. Now, as it comes to the top 8 teams, the rewards are even more juicier than the first rounds. They can get exclusive titles, they can get exclusive monikers, and of course avatar frames for them to never stop flexing, because this is an achievement worth to talk about. On top of that, of course, the champion and the runner-up and the third place teams will receive exclusive titles, the Crimson Summit of Victory moniker, a customized aura as well, which is kinda huge, and of course the deluxe champion physical bundle, along with a lot of gold, a lot of gacha tickets for endless gacha pools. Now let's move on to the information about the teams.
That's right. In today's finalists, we have 2 of the best. We got Matcha and Synergy, both from Group A of the Matcha server. So for Matcha, of course, they advanced to the finals by beating all of their opponents with a very dominating lead. And then, of course, we can't forget about Synergy either, topping out Grapefruit at the end of their bracket so that way they can get to where they are to be able to compete in today's match. As mentioned early in the format, the PvP Team Battle Finals is a best of 7. So the first team to score 4 wins will claim the championship throne.
Alright, and we can also check the predictions, what every player voted for. I see their number of prediction actually for NA is quite higher rather than Europe. 7,000 over for Matcha, 1,500 for Synergy. So I guess I'm not from NA, so I don't know the real power of those 2 teams. I know that Tony, we casted previously Europe, is on those finals. I think in which team it's Tony? I think it's on. He was
with Matcha.
He's with Matcha, right? All right. Let's. Oh, here we can see the players.
Yep. So speaking of Matcha, we're gonna go over their team synergy. So they have a Starbreaker. They have Tony playing on that Berserker, Tenjo on the Gunner, as well as Hadou Kwan playing on the Elementalist. So they have a very strong team comp with a lot of spacing, and then of course that Starbreaker with the grappling ability and the super armor to be able to get in. They're going to have a very strong team comp. I'm just wondering who are the three they're going to take in for their composition. Now going over Synergy, Synergy has a strong comp as well. Now they do have a Matcha Blade, so they're going to have a little bit more range than that Berserker, but of course if they get in, they're going to struggle. Of course, they're going to be wanting to get that bike in there to get as much damage as possible. But it really depends on what composition they're going to run here with the three and see if they're going to switch out based off of the momentum of the match.
Alright, let's move on for some stats, which is my jam. I would call him Hadouken, I like it more. He's playing. He's also playing an elementalist, so 174,000 damage average per match. Right, he's doing the job perfectly. It seems very normal for an elementalist to be that high. Also, perfect dodges per match 9. Okay, he's a real Hadouken. It seems.
He's got his inner Ryu going on.
Yeah. Followed up by Taiwan with 160k damage average per match. Those are actually insane numbers because it's an average. So I guess we're gonna see a lot of action on those matches. Also the perfect dodges from Synergy, 10 perfect dodges per match. You can't hit that man for sure from elective from Synergy. Also the damage is high, 100 and almost 50k. Along with 1 buttons. Alright, our boy Tony at 134, kinda weaker. Seems natural for the Berserker class. He's getting also some VIPs, but some MVPs, but I'm gonna stick a bit to Taiwan, I guess. I feel like overall MVP count 6. He should be the one that outperforms in this team. It seems. All right. I think it's time.
I was going to say, I definitely think, of course, with that being said, for everyone, we planned 4 rounds for the viewers' gift packs for the final live stream. So you don't want to miss out on these awards throughout the show. There are limited quantity. It is first come, first serve. So as soon as you see those hit the bottom of the screen, you want to make sure you're claiming those codes. Without further ado, the finalists, after we get done with the code, there we go. So at the bottom of the screen, there's Meridia 1 PvP. Grab that code, go get those free goodies. You want the free stuff, so go get it. Make sure you get that taken care of. Make sure you get you can't. Yeah, when they give you free stuff, you got to get it. You don't let that pass up. You don't let that pass up. But it is first come, first serve. So grab them first and then take them and give them to your buddies after you grab your free stuff. Make sure you got everything that you need. But with that being said, of course, I think we should be getting ready for the match. I think we're just waiting for everybody to be able to get in.
Yeah, I guess. It seems the teams are ready. It seems we have the first match.
So it looks. So it looks like they're both going with Warriors. So we're going to see probably a little bit more close-up fights than normal with Tony on his Berserker and Yami-sen on his Matcha Blade. But without further ado, the finals are about to start. So let's kick off the first round. We want to make sure, get everyone, make us get logged in, get locked in for the game. What do you have for this? Who do you think is going to do good? What are your predictions?
Well. I feel like the Matcha's lineup, it's kinda new for me. Seeing a Berserker and the Starbreaker on the finals. They have a Gunner, so I guess more free space for the Gunner, as the other 2 classes are completely annoying, trying to stick to specific opponents. I guess that's what we're gonna see over here. From the other hand, we got Cloud Striker and Mistrix. Trust me, you'll see amazing things from Mistrix in 3 vs 3. I witnessed this on the previous tournament on Europe. Mistrix was actually crazy with the bike. It can get you off guard almost all the time, and in 3 vs 3 it's even worse to get you off guard, as if the gunner is prepared somewhere in the corner, can nuke you up, and they can just get away with it.
I'm gonna be honest, as a Berserker player, I'm kind of rooting for Tony. I hope he does well, because as a follow Berserker player, I want to see a Berserker do his thing. I'm just gonna be honest here.
Yeah.
But
We both root for Tony as he's also caster. So
without
Go,
caster cursing. Without caster cursing.
go Tony!
But no, we definitely hope all the competitors do well. I also want to see what Yami-Sen does on this Magic Blade, because I do play Magic Blade a little bit too. So I want to see basically which one edges out, but I definitely think it's going to be a really good fight. It's not going to be as much zoning as we're used to seeing because of how many melee classes. So it'll be really interesting to see how this kind of plays out.
Yeah. I feel Magic Blades are one of the most underestimated classes, especially on PvP. For 1 versus 1, I can say that with a grain of salt, but for 3 versus 3, for sure it's an underestimated class. And occasionally I see people playing the class insanely good. Usually I see people playing the class kinda bad, and that's why I think maybe this class has the highest ceiling out of all. If you know how to play it, you can do miracles with it.
And one thing I want to see too, I really want to see what the Starbreaker does, because in 1v1, Starbreaker is really strong, especially due to the ability to grapple opponents and CC them, and you can kind of control the tempo. But I guess we'll just have to kind of see how that plays out and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what they bring in the first match and see the tempo, because it's going to be either whatever side takes the tempo first is probably going to have the advantage, just because it's such a melee. It's going to be a brawl.
I had to completely overlook the fact that Starbreaker has a grab. It will be insanely helpful for the team to setting up combos and everything else going. Probably the playmaker of the team as well, with all those super armors. I don't know what to expect, to be fair. I don't know what to expect. They also have the option to transition and change one of those classes with the Elementalist sitting there on the bench. Probably we'll see who's gonna play. We don't know yet, as we're back on us. Probably the teams are not ready yet. Maybe they need some last-minute replacements.
It may happen sometimes, maybe they may have jitters or whatever the case may be. But I definitely do like the fact of having that 4-player format, because then it allows them to be able to shift in and out. They can try different strategies, try different compositions. If it doesn't work, you may have to go back to the drawing board to see what's good or bad, So having those options is really helpful in a tournament like this, because it allows them to be able to basically pivot, and it allows us to be able to see some more of the classes actually be put into use instead of it just being the same 3.
Right. It seems they are ready now for real this time.
Hey, when it's the finals, you gotta shake it off. You gotta get ready. You gotta make sure your mind's in the game. And of course, you make sure your PC frames are good to go. You don't want to be the guy who misses the killing blow because your frames drop. So I'm glad to see that the guys are ready and they're queuing into the game. Like I said, I think we're gonna have a really exciting match here, and they're ready. We're time for round 1. Let's go.
Already flames on the ground.
Alright, so let's see how to play this. Tanjin going straight in, looking for some harass. They're playing it safer than I would expect it, though. The side guard in the back just sitting there. I'm not sure what's happening. Now we got some movement. They're still sitting pretty far back. Dispel looked like he's trying to get in the back line. He comes in with the bike. They get Dispel in a 2v1. Dispel's able to dodge out of it, though.
This is what I was talking about. This bike, man. Oh, look at the cuts!
Oh! Oh, no! He catches him with the uppercut. Hoojin's on the far back side. One button down, but he's still good to go. They're kind of spread out right now. Tony has Hoojin on the side, but now here comes one button. Tries to zone a little bit with the blade. Catches him with the uppercut. Big damage from the spin to win. Now they're backing off. So right now, the early lead goes to Synergy. They actually have a decent health lead here with Tony almost at half health already. They have to make sure they make the next actions count.
Tony's trying to find his window.
Fortunately, it looks like they're actually doing really good damage. Synergy is actually starting to lose their footing, with Tajan just peppering them. He hasn't even barely taken any damage. Tony playing some peel here, trying to back them off of it. He whiffs it. He whiffed that ultimate. We all saw that. Tony's getting focused here, but he gets Electives gets CC'd, catching a big damage from the Starbreaker. One button hits him on the side. They're starting to push in on Hanjan. He's really low, trying to back off so he doesn't get killed. They come in with the counterattack. Tony CC'd. He needs to get out of there now. He's so low. He recognizes it.
Yeah, the potion is there to save his life for the moment, and then the Cloud Striker did an amazing counter in the water.
He smells blood in the water. He sees him. A little bit of a reset here. They're kind of backing off, trying to use potions are being used. They're kind of trying to plan their targets. They're really close though. The only person that really seems untouched is Tashin. He still has 80% HP.
Yeah, if you notice, always Tony stays behind with full of his energy and waiting for someone to initiate the Cloud Strike. Sorry, the gunner. So the moment someone is on the gunner, every single time Tony will be there to counter attack the one that's trying to initiate and make the engage in favor of Team Matcha instead.
One button trying to get in here. He actually whiffed the bike there on the terrain, unfortunately. So now he has to wait for that cooldown. Tony comes in on Hanjin, kills him on the side. Electives goes down. One button. What just happened?
Clean wipe. That's what happened.
Oh my goodness.
Someone called the janitor.
That happened so fast. They were planning. They were waiting.
Yeah. I feel like they are completely ready. Talking about Team Matcha, this is how I felt. They are ready 100% with the communication going on perfectly as they were backing off. Every time I felt like I was in their voice. I felt every time someone was saying like, let's go back guys. Every time everyone was moving to the corner to regenerate their energy and be ready, full of energy to protect the possible engagements. That's what happened there. And they took the bait. Synergy took the bait.
Being able to know when you need to fall back and when you need to aggress is one of the most important things in any PvP game. Crystal of Atlan is no different. Of course, and when she missed the bike and lifted the ultimate and they pushed in, that's when everything kind of went south. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let's go over the highlights so we can get another look at the action that we just watched. Maybe we can catch how they got blown up so quickly.
Yeah, speaking of the Mystrix, I told you that I am really... I'm out of words when I see a Mystrix throwing the bikes and it gets you so fast, you don't have even a second to actually do anything, to dodge, to even say to your team, guys, I'm nuked, because the moment the bike is on you, the Mystrix is also on you. Has very flashy and mobile skills, can drop you like 3 skills within 1 second and get away with that easily. And that's how both of the teams, I'm talking about the team now and the team previously on the European tournament, is utilizing the kit of Mystrix, and that's actually great. Wasn't expecting for Mystrix to be that good in 3 vs 3, and I'm actually surprised about that. Maybe Assassin is one of those classes as well. Speaking about Spectre, has invisibility. You never know what will happen on the next tournament.
The next term is going to definitely be something to behold when we get the Assassin and are able to throw them in.
Yeah.
Like you said, invisibility, not knowing where he's coming from is going to be something that's going to spice up everything. It just depends on his survivability. Because his burst has to be instant, just like what happened here when we turned our heads and the next thing you know, the match was over.
Exactly.
But I definitely do agree with the Mystrix. The Mystrix bike it's a really good engage, it's really fast. But I have seen a few times, even in that last altercation, where it gets stuck on the terrain and you're like, oh no. And I think that's where everything kind of fell apart. And then they just crumbled in the first match. But they still have a lot of game to go. But with that being said, we got the highlights ready. Let's go check out the highlights from the first round of the PvP team battle. right, so let's check out and give congratulations to our PvP of the first round, which is Taiwan. I'm just Taiwan. On his gunner with 189,000 damage and 8 perfect dodges. But with that being said, Tony, 20 perfect dodges. He was moving and moving, making sure he wasn't taking the damage so that way he could get in there, help his team as the tank almost, as the peel, as the protection. Making sure you can peel out for everyone is great. Of course, Synergy, they had a good showing as well. With Hawan coming in with 113K. And of course, one Butnet Elect is coming in with double-digit perfect dodges, trying to stay in the game. But unfortunately, Matcha was able to take round number 1 in this particular match.
Yeah, what the actual... I'm not gonna say it, but 20 dodges? 20 perfect dodges? Who are you, man? Who are you, man? Yeah.
That's a lot.
He certainly owes money to someone, right? to dodge at this rate, well, I couldn't expect less from that guy. I have seen him playing with the class almost multiple times actually, and he's always delivering that kind of play, so it was kind of expected. Now about the viewer. We have another viewer reward. Alright guys, prepare yourselves. Viewer rewards. PvP, go to Crystal Button, go to SOA. Make sure to join in the game. Those coupon codes are limited. Make sure to grab them as fast as you can. There are juicy rewards in there. We don't know the rewards, but there will be plenty of those while we are heading to the final match as well. So stay tuned and make sure you don't miss those rewards.
It's free, guys. Get the free stuff. It's free.
If it's free, yeah. If it's free, I'm fine. You know.
If it's free, I'm fine. I like that.
Even if it's a little. Right. Heading on to the match 2.
So it looks like they're actually going to keep the same compositions. They didn't really switch anything up here. So we're going to see the same, basically round 2. Well, no, they switched off of. No, they didn't switch. I was going to say they didn't switch. We still haven't seen the Magic Blade yet. That's what I was waiting to see if they're going to bring in the Magic Blade. They haven't brought it in yet.
Well,
so they have the
side. Play with the side guard since you have the heals, and those heals can be helpful by playing range units. However, they have to deal with the pressure from the Starbreaker, and I don't know if that's viable. Right.
Alright, so it looks like they're engaging a little bit more aggressively this time. They're already starting to fight. Last time they kind of pushed back. Starbreaker goes in with the uppercut, but he's able to get out of it. Tony being very aggressive on the side. Electives. They're pushing him back.
Starbreaker is a problem.
One button is, he stepped up and is almost chunked to half. He has to rethink his strategy now. He has to go back. He goes in with the bike, but he whipped the bike. Tony saw that, tried to engage, but they're kind of facing each other out now, kind of filling the zone.
Yeah, they know it. The only chance of initiation from Team Synergy is that Mistrix. With this bike, and the moment that the bike goes off on cooldown, the same exact moment the Starbreaker is inside them and trying to get a SSA, while Tony from the other side is trying to do the same. And by doing that, the gunner has all the places to move along easily and find a good position to nuke them, as you see over here.
Speaking of nuking, it looks like that Dispel and Tony got caught in a big ability. Here goes the Mystic's ultimate, catching him down. Speaking of which, they see Dispel is really low, so now the Sidecar is actually chasing her down. Is this going to be a kill? Dispel goes down from the Sidecar. Hawan getting that kill, catching the first blood. Now it's Tony and Tajuan on a 2v3. The question is, can they pull out with the odds against them? Tajuan's trying to keep everything back on Tony. They're basically on defense now. They're trying to push in slowly. They want to take out the range first. They know that Tony has to come in to be able to do some damage. So if they take out the range, they can just collapse on him. Tony gets in and gets caught, but he's able to back off. One button still actually playing this perfectly because he, oh, never mind. I take it back. He's almost killed. Goes in and almost catches everything from Tajuan. They're still playing the zone. It's really impressive that they're actually able to play this so passively here. Not buckling under the pressure of them being outnumbered. But they still focus out Tajuan. Tajuan goes down. Now it's all up to Tony. I don't know if Tony can pull out the 3v1. He has the perfect dodges. He's still fighting back. He said it's not over till it's over.
The true warrior spirit.
He's still fighting back. But there's gonna Elected pushing him for the 1v1. He's getting that shield back up, spamming those abilities. He said, I want to get one kill. I just want one. And they're going to finish it off here and take Tony out. Good fight by Tony, though. He actually tried to fight it out and see if he could pick up a kill. And he's still fighting even through. He's still fighting. The Berserker spirit.
He's still there alive, man. Look at the damage of Electives. Almost 200k damage, man.
I mean, they had to come back and swing back hard here. So it's a good thing that they were actually able to pick up the win, so that now it ties everything with Synergy picking up round 2, so now it's a 1-to-1 fight. So this we were talking about this before too. It's all about who can maintain their composure throughout the matches, or who loses their composure when they get behind, and things of that nature. And it looks like Synergy, that had a brief second. Okay, it's cool. It's round 1. Don't let it bother you, and let's go back in here and lock in. They came in with a game plan and they executed.
I'll be honest here, it's 4 AM and I didn't even realize what happened with that Starbreaker. He was like full HP for almost all the time, and after the engage, they turned 2 skills on him, and suddenly he was sitting around 20% HP remaining and got blasted. I'm not even sure if he had time to use the potions. This is how I felt, at least. The nuke was like, oh my god, what happened? Is it because of me being tired or something else? So yeah.
I think he got crowd control, and he didn't expect the damage, and
they blew him up. That is what happened.
He just got blew up.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we see that on the highlights. On the upcoming highlights, we might see that exact moment with the Starbreaker. It would be great for me to recap this moment to see.
And speaking of the damage, Electives comes in with the round 2 MVP for his team Synergy, coming out with 192,000 damage. They put in work on this last match, taking out Matcha. As you can even see in the damage disparity, they took out the spell early with him only gave it 41k. Of course, 1 buttons. We saw what happened when he first went in, and then he turned up the dodging, getting 12 perfect dodges to help him come back from that early health deficit, which is what made them catch. And then, like I said, they caught the spell completely off guard, and then everything else was from there. But of course, Matcha, they did fight back. Tejuan coming in heavy with 185,000 damage for his team, trying to push them over the top. And unfortunately, in round number 2, it just wasn't enough for them to get the victory.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised with this with this matchup. I'm exciting for more matches. I like a lot the Cloud Striker. It's something fresh for me to see on this tournament, as well the Starbreaker. Actually, they are the same class, different branches. So basically, I have the opportunity to check both of those on those 3 versus 3 matches, and it seems we are already ready for the next match, match number 3. We are currently 1-1 Matcha versus Synergy, and this will be the defined moment of who's gonna get the lead. And speaking of replacements, you wanted badly to see that Match Blade. Check who's here.
I'm ready to see it. I want to see what Yami Sins does here with the Magic Blade. Like I said, I'm a warrior enthusiast. We all saw Tony fight to the end, and maybe that made Yami Sin say, you know what, let me get in there and throw hands. I'm ready to come in here, put in damage, and show which warrior class is actually the better class that we see.
I'm surprised though that they switched the Scythe Guard. And it's a bold strategy. They're going all in. No support heroes. All of those heroes are squishy as well. Cloud Striker, Mistrix, and Matcha Blade. So I don't know about this decision.
It may be the logic of they had more damage than us, so we want to make sure that we can match their damage. I mean, if you think about it, though, they did win the second match, and I'm pretty sure that healing helped them out tremendously. They're going to, I guarantee you, though, they're going to be looking to see if they can get him to pick on the spell. Because Tony has showed that he's really hard to kill. He's really hard to kill, and he's showing that in the way he's playing.
There's also the momentum of doing this change, as they won the previous match, and they didn't had a difficult fight against them. They played it smarter. They managed to get the Starbreaker alone, and they nuked him out. So I think they had enough damage. Berserker, anyway, from its nature, it's like a beefy monster. So we'll see now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they know more.
Well, we're starting it off on Sin. Let's see what Sin does here. Opens up with the triple strike aerial, which gives him basically auto aim when he does that. So he's trying to get some good harass off. He actually got Haja on to half health. One button is taking a lot of pressure on the back end though. Sin has to fall back to help his teammate.
How much damage the Matcha Blade do just by being in the wrong spot, being in the wrong place.
And that's the difference between the two classes. The Matcha Blade has more range than the Berserker, but the Berserker just has that overshield. It's so beefy.
Exactly.
So beefy. They're resetting here. It looks like everybody's like, we got potions popping. Juan just popped his, so it looks like they're kind of resetting. Tony's sitting back. Tony's actually playing more peel. So it looks like what they're actually doing is Dispel is playing the front guard, kind of pushing the engage, and Tony's playing the peel, sitting back by Tajan. One Buttons gets caught by Tony, getting caught with the auto attack combo, making sure that he gets the two attacks off and dodging. One Buttons responds. He says, "No, sir, you're not going to get free damage off of me and walk away. I'm going to make you pay for that." He ends up having to pop a potion though. Tony coming in with the ultimate on One Buttons. Knocking him back, but here comes Sin to respond. Dispel kind of backing off. They're trying to reset. Tony gets caught by the ultimate from the Mystic, but here comes Dispel with the counterattack. One Button catches the uppercut, and now they back off again. One Button is really low here, and so is Tony, but Tony just popped that potion, putting him back at 50% health. Synergy's kind of on the back foot. It looks like they may be regretting slightly taking that healer out of this match. Dispel getting caught.
Oh my god!
Oh! Sins gets blown up! Right when he steps up, now One Button's really low, with Electus almost at full health. But this is looking really grim. We know how strong Tony's been in this entire tournament. One Buttons goes down. Can Electus do it? Can they pull out the 1v3? He's trying to go for Tony because Tony's low. He has to pop the potion, but they're just gonna layer it on. Tony being super aggressive now. Tony basically said, even if you take my health away, I'm gonna use my passive to come right back.
Whoa.
And that's it. What a commanding display. Sejuani didn't even go under 80% HP. He didn't even drop that low.
What happened on this match? That man, that was one of the best plays I've seen lately. If you blinked, you missed it. Play of the match, hand down. Yeah.
You know, but you actually called it. With them taking out the healer and putting in the Matcha Blade, they had the damage, but they didn't have the sustain. And with Tony being so good and so strong on that Berserker, I think it kind of threw off the equilibrium a little bit. And then the second they got the Matcha Blade low, because the Matcha Blade does not have any defensive abilities whatsoever. He's all damage. So it just left it where basically they were to get that pick off, and then after that it was pretty much curtain call from there.
Yeah. I really was out of words. I told you though that I found the Matcha Blade pick a little off needs, as they won the previous match with the Scythe Guard, and the Scythe Guard can be really helpful, especially on counter initiations. And what the other team have, Matcha, is almost everything on them is initiations, because the Berserker can't get you flashy. He has to stay behind, Tony has to stay behind, and either play the protection plan or play something like a target focus plan. Anyway, let's move on to the highlights to see what happened in this match. I really anticipate to see that boom again.
Wait, I want to see the match. I want to see what happened.
Alright, it seems we don't have stats for this game. I do
It's all right. We all saw what happened. We don't need the stats. We saw.
Yeah.
We all bore witness to what happened in that match. They dropped the side guard, they dropped the healer, and after dropping the healer, Matcha made them pay for it. Said, "You better bring that healer back next match. You can't play with us. You need your sustainer. We're gonna make you pay for it."
Exactly. This was the third match. Now we are 2-1, right? 2-1.
Yes, yes. So we are currently 2-1 Matcha. So we're going to take our halftime break here, let everybody go stretch, let the competitors get a little bit of a rest. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come right back with some more Crystal of Atlan PvP team action. See you guys in a little bit.
Huh? Who's there?
So, this is my stage, hmm? Well then, let's dance.
Yeah. Over there.
Well, well, well. Looks like we got a bad kitty here, eh?
Get it done ASAP.
Done? Oh, I haven't even warmed up. Tired already? Let me send you to sleep.
Heads up, new job just came in.
Let's hope it's fun this time.
He's fast. He came out of nowhere and vanished.
Invisibility.
Left countless fallen enemies in the blink of an eye.
Wow, unbelievable!
I'll tell you more about them some other day.
Miss, please tell us more about the mysterious Shadow Blade now.
When Nino gets back, I'll tell you more.
Strange. Is that all?
Rat. It's not over yet!
Come at me!
Just give up. No one leaves the egoist alive.
No! Too bad. I'm the exception.
What kind of monster are you?
Monster. Interesting. Listen up. This monster's name is Nino.
Hey, look! Nino's back! Oh, yippee!
Well, find the enemies from your memories?
Not this time. But I'm in no hurry.
The mysterious Shadow Blade never loses, right?
Of course.
Right, welcome back, adventurers, tuning into the stream. This is the Crystal of Atlan Finals Super Glen Cup PvP Team Battle Tournament. We are back. It's Woods, your boy Woods, being a co-caster today, alongside with my boy
Chaos King True. How y'all doing this evening?
We had an insane first. Can I say it like as the first quarter, the first 3 matches? We are currently 2-1 with Team Matcha leading the overall parade, the overall show. Don't call it the parade. The overall show, and we're about to hit match 4 soon. The teams are getting ready, but before that, let's jump on the current collaboration to give you a small briefing of what's going on over there. The collaboration gonna last until September 17, so there's only a few days left to jump in and claim all those free juicy rewards. And when it's free, you know that you shouldn't miss it. You can get Agumon, you can get Gatomon. Both of those pets are S tier pets for progression. They can truly boost your power and help you through your PvE journey, and in some cases your PvP journey as well inside the game. Additionally, you have the final battle Machinramon. You can obtain the Patamon, Bobble through the companionship summons, and of course the Garurumon and Metal Garurumon as the collaboration pets. And back to back, another update coming at 17, right, Chaos?
That's right. So, of course, on the 17th, that's when we'll be getting the Assassin. The pre-registration is open now. Of course, you'll be able to roll Razor Sharp Blades and strike down your enemies from the shadows. With ghost-like agility and swift offensive strikes, the Assassin delivers lethal blows before enemies could even blink. Walk in the shadows and strike with twin blades. The unique Concealing Mist skill allows the Spectre to subtly emerge from the shadows, dealing massive damage before quickly vanishing again. Plan every strike on your confused enemies and inflict massive damage with your Heart Mirrored passive. When blades fly, there's nowhere to hide. The Mirage can alternatively cast Voltic as well as Stendic to use skills to do massive Electro and Umbro damage while accumulating a large amount of Momentum Blade energy, which consuming that energy allows you to do instant cast of Momentum Blade for multiple times of big burst damage. For more information on the event, please check out the Crystal of Atlan official social medias. After the maintenance ends, please download the latest client so that way you guys can get into the game as soon as possible.
All right. Is it viewers code time, I think?
We should be getting a viewer code time.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Time for your viewer reward, boys and girls, ladies and gents. PvP Fight Free EN. This is the current coupon code. Don't miss out. Log into the game as fast as possible to redeem those juicy free rewards. And speaking of juicy, let's give again a small recap of what's going on. We are currently about to start match 4. We have Team Matcha against Team Synergy. Team Matcha is leading the show with 2 wins over 1 win of Team Synergy. We had a replacement on the last match. They switched to Magic Blade, but it seems they learned from that mistake and they are back with a side guard here. Hoyin back on track.
I can understand why they would bring it back in too. When they brought up the Magic Blade, it allowed a point of weakness, which Dispel and Tony were able to capitalize on. They have a really good formation as well, with Dispel basically playing the front guard, with Tajin right in the middle, and then Tony acting like that sentinel, making sure nobody lays a finger on him, while also being almost impossible to.
Yeah.
All right, time to get into round number 4. Can Synergy bring this back, or Camacha bring us one step closer to the championship point? Let's see what happens here. So for Hajin sitting back, getting some good crowd control. They're kind of pacing slowly now.
That's the power of being a side guard. You can engage, you can be a support. You can use all those insane skills that you have for super armor and still at the same time do damage. It's a crazy character. Oh my god, we have an initiation here.
It looks like they're trying to go on a Hall 1. Tojuan using the terrain to try to line of sight. He sees one button. He's going in. He's trying to get the damage on him. He barely clips him with the fire. Tony going in with the follow-up. They're trying to kill one button. It forces him to potion. He was 1 HP. Electa comes in to try to capitalize on Tajuan, knowing that Tajuan's the damage, putting out huge damage, dropping him to 50%. And still following the chase, trying to keep the stamina down so he has no energy left. Tajuan coming in to assist. Starbreaker with the uppercut. Tony in with the spin to win. Huge damage. Tajuan on his back foot. Tony trying to keep the pressure up. Electa's getting juggled like a person at a circus. There's nowhere to do. One button's actually been able to sit on the side ever since taking the first bit of damage in the very beginning, and now he's kind of spacing himself out. But then he gets caught! Tajuan trying to get some better positioning on the one button, but Electus responds with the peel, coming in with the ultimate to kind of knock him back. Tajuan's, now he said, let me get back, but they still were able to get one button. Now we are in a situation where Synergy is on the back foot. Electus is fighting Tony. Tony putting in big damage, showing why that Berserker does what it does. He doesn't finish it because he probably got the call to back off. Electus, they have them split. This is very bad for Synergy. They're split up. The side guards on one side, and Electus is all by himself on the 1v1 with Tony. Tony said, I want all the smoke. We're going to fight. I'm not leaving you behind. Comes in with the spin to win. They're both half health. They're able to meet each other again, but they can't play defense the entire time. The clock is ticking, and the longer they wait, the more shield Tony's gonna have.
It's crazy how they move inside the field. They are playing so good in terms of positioning. Every time they're trying to move the enemy players to the corners so they don't have space to move inside the field, while the Starbreaker and the Gunner doing all the work. And now we all 1 HP and all right.
He almost made it happen. I saw him take out Tajuan. He was about to take out Dispel, and then we had to deal with Tony on the back end, but it just wasn't enough. One button getting taken out early really set the tempo in that match right there.
One again, back with 200k damage. 200k damage.
Yeah, he's showing why the side guard is such an important class, because like you said, not only can he heal, but he also has crowd control, he has damage. It's a class that you can build an entire team around. But Tony showing why he's known as on his Berserker. Really what he does, man. I'm loving watching this guy's Berserker. I'm taking notes too. I am taking notes.
Yeah. The way he moves on the field, this is what I've noticed on the last match, because the camera was on him most of the times. His movement is insane. He thinks like trying to move you away from what is going on, because he knows that if he can turn the fight into 1 versus 1, probably he will prevail, because all those skills that you can use and in trade-offs along with your super armor will be in his favor. Amazing.
With that being in the favor, it looks like we're ready. Let's go check out the highlights so we can check out all the good action in that last match.
Looking forward.
All right, and of course, Matcha coming in with the third win. It's almost like every time there's a win, Tajuan is sitting there with his gun like, look at my damage. Coming in with 195,000 damage on his gunner, putting the team on his back with the DPS. Not even that many perfect dodges from them, because they're just putting out so much damage for that win. Of course, Tony, not too far behind him, showing him, I got your back, partner. I'm going to make sure I'm that tank in the front line, making sure you're good to go. And of course, Dispel doing his job as the crowd control to make sure nothing goes awry. Of course, Synergy, they're no slouch either, with their main damage coming from electives at the end. Hawan, the unsung hero of the last match, where he almost pulled off a 3v1. It was so close. Of course, one button had 14 dodges. That shows how much pressure he was taking, because he still went down first. even after dodging on so many abilities.
Yeah, I'm also surprised with Tony's damage on this match. It's actually crazy. However, you are absolutely right about the gunner. Always there with the damage, and of course the 2 melees gives so much space. And it seems that we are ready for the next match. We're about to head to match 4. Team
Hey, we see
Matcha.
Hadouken. We got Hadouken. Hadouken is finally stepped off the bench. I want to see what this mage does. I want to see what it now. I don't know how this is going to work because they've had a composition where Tony has been protecting Tajuan to let him do what he's got to do. So Tony coming out could be the chance for them to capitalize on this adjustment. What do you think?
I think that this matchup actually that they have now an elementalist instead of berserker. Class wise, it's stronger. Since the elementalist has the most range out of all those classes with the meters, it's very flash as well. I could compare with him with the Mistrix. Mistrix also has some skills that can get you get you off guard. So I don't know what to expect here. The only thing that I do know is that they included the elemental stats. It might be the final match, the one that we're watching right now, and they wanted Hadouken to also be one of the participants.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, if it's going to be the final match, let me get one game in, guys. Come on, let me play. Let me play. And speaking of Hadouken, he gets taken down to half health from Electus right off the rip. This is match point, everybody. So if Matcha is able to finish this up, then they will be the champions. But it's up to Synergy to dig deep and come back and try to say, no, we're going to push this all the way to the distance to game 7.
Yeah.
They got him back. Oh no, they got him back into a corner.
We
So
have
range
Black
doesn't mean
Friday
anything
over
here.
there.
They got him back into a corner. This spell catches 1 button, putting the big damage on him. They keep getting split up here. Now they're able to reposition. So looking at the health leads now, it looks like they're actually pretty even. A pot just got popped by 1 button, so he can get back up to get that HP back up. Tajuan repositioning further back just to make sure that he's good to go with Hadouken right next to him. This can be dangerous if they can catch this spell. That's kind of like their win condition here because he's the only one that has the engage and the crowd control to try to deal with this.
Going somewhere?
Hadouken's really low though. Catches 1 buttons with the ultimate. They have been targeting 1 button since like round number 2. They are not letting up on him at all. Tajuan coming in to try to help out with his sideguard. Tajuan getting some nice cover fire. They have to play this smart and safe. If they lose here, it's over.
Yeah, and it's very risky to play against Elementalists without the Elementalists have used the Tornado. It's very risky to play close to the Elementalists for that particular reason. They might get caught and that would be the end for them for sure.
Got that heal going off, trying to get their HP back up. They're trying to play the range. It's a double range versus, it's basically electives and dispel versus with backup fire. And they're trying to see who's going to get it. Where, I'm not going to lie, Electives is looking pretty healthy right now. He could turn this around. Dispel going in with the engage, catches 2 of them. And 1 button goes down from Dispel. There goes first blood. This might be it. Matcha might actually be able to finish here if they play this correctly. Tajuan, he's pretty low. He's the one they have to focus. Now it's a 2v2. They take out Tajuan. Hadouken's actually low as well. Dispel tries to get him, but he has to flash out. Now we have a 2v2. Now, they do have a healer. It's a healer versus elementalist, and then you have electives and Dispel on their combat units, their melee units. So it's really going to depict on who can catch who first. Dispel tries to go to Hadouken and whiffs it. Electives kind of says, hey, I see what you're doing, man. Back up a little bit now. Hey, back up.
This is wild.
Back up. This is when nerves can also start to settle in too for our competitors, especially for Synergy, because they know if they make
now they have the window.
mistake,
They have the window now. They have the window. No meter. No meter. They have the window. They have to act now.
Oh, they see Hadouken. Dispel comes in on the counter. They catch Tajuan. Alexis coming in with the damage.
That grab,
Dispel
man.
takes out Electives, and they take out Tajuan, ending it right here. Hadouken! Matcha coming in as your champions of the PvP match. Hadouken had to come in and put the damage up just to make sure everybody knew, hey, I didn't sit on the bench because something was wrong with me. I'm here. I'm here. I love it. I love to see it.
It's crazy how he got inside the final match, which is kind of stressful as well from that perspective, since it was supposed to be the last match, and also grab the MVP. I could feel he was a little cold because he missed the first 3 matches. Everyone else were warmed up from the previous matches, but still, even despite all the odds, he came up strong and did it. Congratulations to the champion team, Team Matcha. Congratulations to you guys. Huge shout out, of course, to the runner-up. Both of you will gain insane amount of rewards, so no one should be dissatisfied by the outcome. Of course, flex as much as you can with all those juicy auras and titles. This is what this game is all about, right?
Hey, that's what you play PvP for, right? You play it for the bracket rights, right?
Yeah,
At the
in
end
this
of the
game,
day, if you won, you get the bracket title.
Well, that was crazy last match. I have to be honest, that was a crazy last match. In terms of what we had to do today, I think our job is almost over, right?
Almost. I want to see the highlights. We got to see the highlights. We got to relive that moment one more time so we can give them the spotlight they need. So let's check out the highlights from the final match.
Let's refresh our memories with.
And with that being said, the MVP, the man, the myth, the legend, Hadouken comes in with the MVP with 190,000 damage coming off the bench. He also had the most perfect dodges on the map with 13. You said he came in cold, but I think he was ready to play.
Yeah, I feel like it was the secret weapon. They were holding off like maybe we don't use that, but since it was the last match, I feel like team from the perspective of being a teammate, it was the best thing to do. Big shout out to them for this one, because they gave the man the opportunity to actually participate as well in the finals, no matter the result. Because they technically sacrificed a match, they couldn't expect the outcome as well. Maybe Team Synergy could win this match and they would be forced to play one more. So this is what I call team spirit. And speaking of team, we have the last final code, which is the most beefy and jerky one. As I know that the last one gives the most rewards out there. So you guys make sure to use this code as well. Best Meradia has the most rewards out of every code that we gave so far. And this is gonna be also the last code that you will be able to receive today. Make sure to grab them all and enjoy those free rewards as well.
And just so you guys know, that's the Ultimate Champion rewards code. So grab that code. And we have the predictions here, which they called it. They called it with a commanding 6,899. Matcha was the predicted winners of the match. So anybody who predicted that, congratulations. Of course, the Synergy lovers, hey, there's nothing wrong with rooting for your team. Unfortunately, they didn't pull through this time. But to all the competitors, man, I mean, it was a great showing, even through the tournaments that got them to this point. It was simply amazing just to see everybody play to their best and do everything they could. We definitely want to make sure we say congratulations to them for Team Matcha, the PvP champion prediction winners, as well as the tournament. And finally, thank you to all the teams. You all had an incredible performance, made unparalleled esports spectacle for everyone watching tonight and who will be watching later on when they wake up in the morning and see the video. We can't wait to witness the rise of more teams in the future tournaments, and we look forward to the next Crystal of Atlan PvP event. I had a blast casting this. I always, when the Crystal of Atlan first came out, the combat was something that enthralled me, and I think everybody here feels the same way.
Don't forget that we have also the tomorrow's event, so you'll be here as well tomorrow. You're not getting away with it.
That's right.
More tomorrow. Tomorrow it's gonna be a more, I guess, haven't ever experienced scouting for a PvE tournament, so I don't know how that might go. But I want to have my expectations low in terms of how intense that might be, as we're gonna see probably bosses getting demolished within seconds, right?
Well, it's all going to be in good fun. But with that being said, congratulations to our champions. Everybody be sure to tune in right here, 9 p.m. Eastern time for the PvE race tomorrow. With that being said, y'all have a wonderful night.
Peace!